Hi, hello everyone. It is Mama Smash here with the ninth day of Simsmas speed build. So today I am building in Forgotten Hollow, which is the world that came with the Vampires game pack. And I am building a nightclub. I thought that would be kind of a fun concept to do a nightclub in a vampire world because, nighttime is really when things are happening for vampires, I feel like. So that's where we're building today. And if you're new to this series here on my channel, let me tell you a little bit about how it's going. So every day for the 12 days of Christmas, I am uploading a speed build, and all of the days are in different worlds, they're different lot types, and they all go with whatever theme of that day of Christmas. So today is 9 Ladies Dancing. That's the lyric of the song that we're working with today, which also made sense for a nightclub. I figured dancing, nightclub, have a dance floor. I figured that would work just fine. And then the other difficult part of this challenge is that I have to use at least one of each object from the previous days to do today. So I did do that, and the object for today is this statue that I'm working with right now, this kind of girl dancing. And I do have 9 of them, as I am supposed to, and 8 of them are actually around the dance floor, and they're all turned 1/4 turn each time. So if you look at her, she's like doing a full spin all the way around, which I thought was kind of fun, and goes with the theme of a dancing nightclub. And I don't know, I kind of saw her, she is like a child. It's not like an older lady that we might necessarily think of, but I kind of liked this idea of this little like vampire woman who looks like a child because she was turned into a vampire as a child, but she's been a vampire so long that she's definitely a lady at this point. So I kind of liked that maybe mysterious backstory for the making of a Dancing Ladies nightclub here in Forgotten Hollow. So that's where I ended up using that. From day 1, the pear tree, there's a couple pear trees in the back. There will be a fountain in the end that goes around the back and sides of the nightclub. And so there's a couple pear trees in the back on the different corners of the fountain. And then day 2, the turtle dove, golden dove wall statue sculpture is in one of the bathrooms, as well as the other bathroom has the 4 calling birds 4 print set that's in the other bathroom, both as normal decorations. The 3 French hens from the 3rd day, that little statue ends up being sized down and put on the edge of the bar. It's kind of a cute little decoration there. And then 5 golden rings. There's a golden ring that turns into kind of a light that is over a section of the fountain in the back when we get there. And 6 geese laying. That's also where the eggs come in. There's a bunch of eggs that turn into fountains in the fountain in the back, like where water springs from. And then the 7 swans of swimming is what I am working on in the video right now. I made a little kind of ice chest, so I got some bottles from Debug, and then I found this ice cube in Debug, and so I just put a whole bunch of ice cubes in these bottles in this swan tub. So it kind of is like behind the bar where you might keep bottles and make sure they're cold when people are ordering in case you run out of something on the shelf or something like that. So turned it into a little ice chest back here. And then the final day is 8 maids in milking. So there's the milk jug for that day, and that I will end up rising up and putting as a ceiling chandelier in the center of the dance floor and combining it with a hanging light from the Star Wars pack. And so it becomes this cool custom chandelier in the center of the dance floor. And we'll get to that in a bit. So right now I'm working on the outside, working on the roofing, and this is the 9th statue here on the outside. So it'll be on the outside of the nightclub, so it just kind of shows this is what's inside too. And then I have some nice lettering across the front. There's one on each side. If it could be like, if this is real life, and maybe it says ladies on one side and dancing on the other side, and everyone knows it's a nightclub. And then I wanted the outside to really kind of bring in the kind of dark nature of Forgotten Hollow. It's really kind of foggy there, so I wanted that to match the outside. And now I'm working on that chandelier, like I said, with the Star Wars light and with the Milkmaid milk jug. So that's what I ended up using. I tried a few different lights, and none of them quite lined up exactly how I wanted, except for that Star Wars one. So that's what I ended up using there. And then I ended up using the chandeliers as well around the edges of the dance floor, and I believe those are either from Spa Day or Moschino stuff. And then the big fountains that are on either side of the dance floor, those are from Spa Day as well. So they add a kind of cool effect. There's this center dance floor, and then the outside is, all place for people to sit or to eat or to have a drink, while the center is the dance floor. So if you like this build and you want to use it in your own gameplay, you can find it on the Sims 4 gallery. My name there is Mama Smash RR, or any of the Simsmas builds you can find under the hashtag Mama Smash Simsmas. So now I'm making a custom flooring, so I used a vampire flooring for half of it and then just a normal black tile for the other half, and then make it a checkerboard pattern, so it was a custom flooring. I actually did have to go back, so you see I moved it, the build, and I actually did have to go back, which I don't have video of, but it changed which tile that the correct part of the flower was on, so I actually had to go back and fix that, but it's fixed now, so it's still this custom tile with flowers on one part and then just plain black tile on the other parts. And then here we are working on the fountain I was talking about, so it kind of goes back and forth, and on the land parts of those sections is where the egg is going to be with its little spout on either side, and then the two pear trees are in that corner. There's the French hen statue, and here are the eggs, and there's obviously the golden ring right there in the center. I didn't want to make that one into a fountain because I had already done that on the pool build, so there's just going to be a light on it. So it kind of lights up, and then there's lights also along the bottom of the fountain. So here we are putting in the different spurting mechanisms for the fountain over with the eggs, and the gold actually matched pretty well with the gold that's on the egg that I'm using every day, which is one that it's dark blue but it has gold stars on it. Felt the most Christmassy to me, so I thought it fit the theme pretty well. And then I just put kind of concrete around the edges. I figured that's not going to be something that you would really want to have just plain grass. That would get really muddy and really messy pretty fast. So I put some concrete around the edges. And then I did move the lot again a little bit farther back. I really wanted to have this front walkway have a little bit of a design as well. Ends up having a diamond design. With the black and white. I played off the black and white colors a lot in this build, so I thought it should start right from the front walkway all the way through the build. So that is going to be most of the end of this build. I'll put a couple lights on the outside and just put some lights to light up the sign as well. I end up putting two kind of headlight type lights behind each of the lettering signs so that you can actually see them at night instead of them just kind of being there. And then there's a larger light behind the dancer, kind of like a spotlight on her. So that's going to be the end of today's speed build. Hope y'all enjoyed it, and go ahead and give it a like and subscribe. Until next time, I hope you're all having a smashing day. Bye!